ask, guys, like, you can't be there in the kitchen chopping angrily, you know what I mean? Like, why isn't he helping me? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Rita. This is my channel, Pearl Light. So today we're going to talk about a topic that is very sensitive. I was on my way to work in the morning and I'm listening to the radio. This woman says that she was told that when she gets married, her husband will be like her child, aka man child. And I was just like, what? So before I get into it, comment down below, before I get into it, comment down below what your opinion is or what your view is about that. I just want to talk about something that's kind of related to this because of how this conversation started in my mind, with someone being told that, okay, this is just facts. You know what I mean? This is how it's gonna be. There's nothing you can do about it. If anyone else tells you otherwise, they're basically lying to you, or you know what I mean? Like, they're just selling you dreams kind of thing. So I wanted to talk about the power of agreement. The power of agreement. And I posted something on my Instagram the other day, basically talking about the power of agreement, where it's like someone will say something to you, and even though deep down inside you don't agree with it, you just agree to be polite. And like the Bible mentions it in so many like instances where it mentions the power of agreement, where it says where two or more agree, then it will be done for them. Or even the story about the Tower of Babel, how God was like, these people are in agreement, like they're in unity, nothing can stop them, you know. So there's power in agreeing with someone, you know, whether you believe it or not. It's the power of the tongue, which again is in the Bible. Life and death are in the tongue. It's just something that God has given us because he made us in his likeness. So just default, you know, that's how it'll go down. So for me, I realized that, you know what, like sometimes we're polite and we receive things or we accept things into our lives simply because we didn't reject them. So I just wanted to add that in because I've realized for myself that sometimes I'll just agree just to be polite or not to get a conversation started, but then my agreement is solidified because of the principles that God has set in the universe, where it's just like, okay, if you agree with this person, then it shall be, you know, kind of thing. So let's get back to the topic about your husband being your child, or being one of your children if you have kids. So for me, like that notion, and I know it comes from a very cultural perspective, in the sense of gender roles, and that conversation on radio was basically about gender roles, where it's kind of like, okay, the woman is expected to do 1, 2, 3, and the man just chills in terms of the household context, and the man just chills and he doesn't do anything. So for me, it's also one of those things where it's like, okay, yes, culturally I've seen that in different instances or different families, and to a certain extent it is true. But for me, I saw it as, okay, it's either like, it's not the end all and be all, like fact, like there's nothing you can do about it. Your husband is gonna be like one of your children. That's that. You should just accept it. For me, I was like, no, like I don't have to accept that, and it doesn't have to be my situation or my portion, you know. Like I don't want that situation. And even for us within our marriage, we have the concept of teamwork, where it's like, okay, even though I know that I'm better at cooking, and I'm just blessed, you know, hashtag blessed, you know, to have the husband that I have, where he doesn't view it as, okay, my wife should do everything for me in terms of like the household context, and I just chill and I go to work, and that's that. I'm very fortunate in that instant. So for us, we believe in teamwork, you know, and even going back to the Bible, looking at the context of your husband being like one of your children, the Bible says that the man is the head of the home, or the head of the family. So even this notion of your husband being like one of your children contradicts what the Bible says. Because if you subconsciously in your mind see your husband as one of your children, you're going to undermine him in the context of him being the head of the household, because you feel that, okay, it's just like one of my children, so I'm really the one who's running everything. So yeah. And again, like, the human mind is such a powerful thing, guys. Like, the subconscious is such a powerful thing, which is why, like, when these kind of conversations or these kind of topics come up, you really need to dig into yourself and really search your own heart that, okay, do I agree subconsciously? Because maybe I grew up seeing my parents in that kind of situation, or my friends' parents, or you know what I mean, whatever it is, my uncles and my aunts having that kind of dynamic within their family where it's like, okay, the husband is just a man-child and the wife is the one who does everything in the household, makes all the decisions because it's just put upon her. And again, another aspect of it is enabling. So if, for example, if as a woman or as the wife, you put it on yourself to do everything, you never ask your husband for help. Because guys, even for me, like, if someone was to do everything for me, you know what I mean, I'd also just be there on some, you know, relaxation, parlay, chill, you know what I mean. So the enablement, yeah, that one is a huge aspect of the whole concept of your husband being like a child. If subconsciously you believe that you're going to enact it, like you're going to behave based on your belief or your preconceived notion about that topic, where it's kind of like a thing of you're never, and that's the thing, guys, like, we need to realize that males and females are different. Like, we have different strengths, we have different characteristics, and when they come together, it should be like a powerhouse. It should be like a team, like a tag team situation. So one thing that I'm learning is that sometimes as women, we assume that our husbands can read our minds. I don't know why. You know, like, they're in there. They know what I'm thinking. They know, come and please chop these onions. You know what I mean? But then you never say it. You never communicate it. You never ask for help. And even that you can unknowingly enable your husband to behave like one of your children, where it's like, okay, everything is done for me, I don't have to do anything, she doesn't need my help because she doesn't ask. And that's the thing with men, like, you need to ask, guys. Like, you can't be there in the kitchen chopping angrily, you know what I mean, like, why isn't he helping me there washing the clothes? Why isn't he helping me? Can't he see that I need help? Guys, it just doesn't work like that. Like, you need to ask for help. You also need to have the conversation where you make it known that, okay, I need your help. I want your help in the household. You know what I mean? Let's see how to allocate, like, the household duties and that kind of stuff. So basically, like, in a nutshell, for me, I just choose, okay, there's certain things that I'm just gonna reject and that I'm gonna accept, even though there have been cultural norms for the longest time in my culture, maybe in my family, whatever it may be. But you don't have to accept everything. Like, this notion, for me, it's an anti-fact. I could have fallen into the trap of treating my husband like a child, but by the grace of God and just showing me certain things about, like, what the Bible says about the man in the house, about being a helpmeet to your husband, you know what I mean? And a helpmeet is someone who helps, not someone who does everything for him. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like if you enjoyed it, comment down below what your opinion is about this topic, because it's a very broad topic and it spans across so many cultures, so many races. It's not just a black thing. So I really want to know what people's take is on that, because I feel like it's something that's not spoken about enough. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.